he's a Spur.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
I'm kind of mind blown how much of a Spur he is. So I found this article that stems back from when he was in 5th grade all the way up to his college year. And I have to say, this is actually pretty impressive. This is pretty cool. So look, before we get into this article, we talk about this all the time. Like, this player is a Spur type player because they're quiet and they're to themselves. And not necessarily. Like, I think that for the most part, to be a San Antonio Spur, you need to be coachable, you need to be hardworking, and that's about it, okay? Because Popovich does have a knack to work with just about anybody, but you have to be coachable. If you're not coachable, he can't work with you. There's so many different personalities that do come through San Antonio. But with that being said, usually you have a character trait. When you're coachable, usually that comes with some humbleness, okay? So that just kind of seems to be a continuous theme, but I just don't think that that's the end all be all for whether or not you're a San Antonio Spur is your personality. But I will say these character traits come with being coachable. And I have to say, Malaki Branham, oh my God. So we're going to talk about a few quotes from Dawson. And if you don't know who that is, that was basically his only trainer ever, okay? He was his trainer from 5th grade all the way up to when he started college. Now, I'm just going to talk about this really briefly, okay? I'm not going to read through this. You can read it yourself and stop the video if you like. But basically, all this is talking about, just to give you some background, Dawson, he didn't seek out Branham. Branham didn't seek out Dawson. It was basically Malachi's grandmother that reached out to Dawson, who was already a professional player, or he was at least a professional basketball player overseas. And he came over and he started working out his nephew. And then she came up to him and she said, hey, can you work out Dawson? And, you know, he didn't say this, but basically Dawson was absolute garbage. And that's going to be a separate video. Okay, we got to talk about that because the kid is hardworking. But he was absolute garbage when he first started basketball. But he did agree to go ahead and train him and work him out only if he could guard his nephew, because his nephew is just a better player, essentially. So, but anyways, that's all you really need to know here. Like I said, you can stop it and read it if you like. But moving on, these are some traits that I am just mind blown when I read. So we're gonna go ahead and listen, or not listen, but read what Dawson had to say about Malaki. So starting off, this is how Branham likes it. Quiet, understated, no cameras capturing his every move, no social media posts, nothing outlandish, just him and a quartet of soon-to-be Division I hoopers from the state he grew up in, trying to get work in before dawn breaks. Similar to his game, he's about substance over flash. I love that. He's not like the ordinary 17-year-old kid. This is what Dawson had to say. He's laid back. He's like an old school soul. I'm just going to play basketball. I just love playing basketball. I'm going to do whatever it takes to play basketball. He's very humble. You'll never know that he's in the gym. He's top 25. You never know he's top 25 walking in the gym. He's going to talk to you. He's going to smile. He's got a low cut. Just an old school dude. And with him saying that he's humble, this was actually shown already, even his short period with the Spurs. If you guys don't recall this, he showed a little bit of humbleness right here. As we can see, like the whole he's not flashy. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Sohan's going to be pretty flashy. That's okay. He's going to be pretty flashy. That's the part of where I'm saying it's not necessarily a character trait that you have to not be flashy to be a Spur. But yeah, he's pretty flashy. But you can see here where he's hyping up your boy Sohan. Sohan tries to hype him up, and he immediately takes it off of him. He's like, no, don't talk about me. No, don't talk about me. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to this.
Take us through your fit tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think I got like a little lavender look. Okay. Indochino, and then I got Ferragamo loafers and a belt. You're looking a little smooth.
Oh, okay.
But look at him.
Nah.
That's all him. He's better than me.
That's that humbleness. He want the camera off him. That's that humbleness. You know, immediately, as soon as he tried to put the attention on him, he's like, no, don't talk about me. Nah, it's not about me. It's about you right now. It's about you right now. I love that. I absolutely love that. I don't know. I'm geeking a little bit. Let me shut up. All right, let's go ahead and go to the next segment of the article that I really do stood out. So Malachi's a loyalty kid. He's not a kid that's going to jump from program to program. Not the kid that's going to be like, yeah, well, you don't need to boost him. You need to love on him. And once you love on him, he's going to go through a brick wall for you. That's his thing. And I'll be honest, look, we need some loyalty up in here, okay? We got players asking to leave. We got players asking to get out. And, you know, it's not a lot, okay? I know a lot of people, like, kind of overstate that. Like, oh, all these players don't want to play for San. That's bull. That's bull. Even Derek White, he didn't want to leave. But with that being said, look, I absolutely love guys like this, because at the end of the day, we're not going to find these superstars through free agency. It's going to be in-house. This is how we build. And honestly, everyone talks about the 50+ win seasons that we've always had. Well, that was from the draft. It was Tim Duncan and David Robinson. It wasn't something that, you know, came from free agency necessarily. So yeah, you need guys like this. And I absolutely love the fact that even from a young age, he showed a lot of loyalty to his program. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Now, this is the last part that I want to talk about, because I think that this is important. So this is why Branham chose Ohio State, and this is what he had to say about it. And I think that it sounds a little bit like San Antonio. Just their plan for me. Also, I just built a great relationship with all the coaching staff, head coach, just everybody on the coaching staff. I just felt more comfortable with the coaching staff. I just felt like they was the best place for me. And dude, we have one of the best developmental staffs in the league. And on top of that, you already know Popovich is the type of guy that he's going to go and have wine with you. He's going to go out to dinner with you. He wants to get to know you. He's not just going to coach you. He's going to be, when it's all said and done, somebody that's a vital part of your upbringing almost. I mean, these guys are in a very vulnerable state, and in a very impressionable state at this age. So yeah, and I think Pop is going to have a huge impact on him, as he had on many people. I mean, even DeJounte Murray still says it. Kawhi Leonard, even though they had their little bit of beef for a second, Kawhi Leonard, I do believe, still loves Pop. So all I'm trying to say is this is absolutely important. And there are a lot of things that have come up about Malaki Branham that kind of shows that he would fit with the San Antonio Spurs pretty well. But I just want to show you guys that. And I'm going to do another video on him, because he sounds like an absolute movie. He sounds like a sports movie. It's kind of weird. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments about Malaki Branham. I'm really excited to see him play. And man, oh man, I think we got ourselves a catch. He wasn't even supposed to land that low. That was absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, you guys want to support the channel, only $2 a month. Patreon, YouTube links below. Until next time, man, deuces.